Well, hello to everyone. In this new video, we are going to deal a topic that we are going to work throughout the whole week. It's called British Institutions, and it's going to deal with the political life of the United Kingdom nowadays. The United Kingdom is what we call a constitutional monarchy. This means that although they have a queen and a king, or a queen or a king or any monarch they've got, they still have certain papers, documents that are unwritten. Most of them are rules that contribute to the political life, and they generate power over people. And this power is done by other people, meaning that this is the power, the democracy. Okay, it's difficult to explain, but meaning that they are a constitutional monarchy means that although they've got a kingdom, okay, they have queen and king, or queen or just king, they still have certain power. I mean, people still have certain power to decide. Okay, the most important institution in England is the Parliament, okay, the British Parliament. This entity, it's an institution that makes laws, meaning it writes the rules for society. It's very similar to our Congreso here in Argentina. The Parliament, the British Parliament, is made up of three parts or powers, let's say, between inverted commas: the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and the monarch. The House of Commons is pretty similar to our deputies here in Argentina. They are elected every 5 years. They are 659 MPs. MPs meaning members of parliament, okay? And they make and reform laws. These people write down everything that is necessary for the country, and they reform the laws that are no longer available for living properly in the UK. Let's say that those laws that are no longer useful for people. Once these people have written a new law, this law goes to the House of Lords. The House of Lords, it's very important because it's similar to our senadores here in Argentina, but these people inherit their titles. They are named in order to be lords, or they inherit, meaning that their family was part of the House of Lords, so when they died, they inherited, okay, heredaron, the title of Lord at the House of Lords. And these people here, what they do is to pass and agree with a law or not. Meaning that if I have a law here that it's pretty controversial and comes here to this very conservative part of Parliament, and the Lords don't like it, they won't pass it, meaning that the law doesn't become a law. It's not a law. There's the monarch. The monarch also. The monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, nowadays, it's also important at Parliament because even if we have the House of Commons that agree on a law, that they approve, they pass a law, and the House of Lords that they agree or pass this law too, if the monarch disagrees or doesn't like the law, the monarch can stop the law from coming out to the city. I don't know if it is clear, but these three parts of Parliament work together. If one part does not agree with the decision of the other part, the law is not a law. Okay, it has to be reformed, like here. Okay, and something important about the Parliament, the British Parliament, is that it is like the central political power in the United Kingdom. Of course, and it is in London. Of course, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales have regulators, and they have their own assemblies and parliaments, but they are smaller, and they do not have the weight of the British Parliament. And this was done because of a devolution. A devolution is when there's an election, and from a central power, some power is given to a smaller part of the population. Let's say it that way. Okay, so like 20 years ago, there were elections that are called by-elections, in which the people from Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, Northern Ireland, voted in order to have some power from the central local power at England. And they won, so they got their devolution. That it's when this power from the central capital city goes back to smaller places and smaller assemblies. Okay, in England they've got a first past the post system, meaning that in an election the person or party that wins with the majority of votes, even if it's only one vote more, they completely win the election, okay, just because of one vote. And there are two main parties in England, something that we must know. There's the Labour Party, and the Conservative Party. The difference in both of them is that the Labour Party is more likely to make radical decisions and to change policies, to change the things. And the Conservative Party is more conservative, meaning that they do not take many risks or do not change the laws.